Welcome back to another console collector video. Hey everybody, console collector here. I thought I'd take a break from the GameCube collection videos and try something a little different today. I grew up in the 90s of gaming, and a staple of that era is gaming magazines. Whether it was Nintendo Power, GamePro, Electronic Gaming Monthly, PlayStation Magazine, or even the really unknown GMR magazine here. I love the gaming magazines. I always look forward to them. I had a few subscriptions when I was a kid. You would find out about new games, some game reviews, even just the adverts inside were really cool. So being that I have a pretty good collection of gaming magazines, which some are from my childhood or my teenage years, and some I've acquired recently, I thought it would be really fun to take a look at a magazine. So, we're going to come back to this magazine another time, the GMR, but I thought we would read and take a look at my favorite issue of Nintendo Power. I love this issue because it has a lot of great stuff inside, and it also features one of my favorite games of all time, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. So, starting with the cover here, you can see we have Super Mario RPG. You see Bowser's Castle in the background. You got In-Depth for College Slam, Cutthroat Island, Virtual Boy 3D Tennis. You can even vote here for the 95 Power Awards. Also got News Flash for the upcoming N64. This was a great time in gaming because the 64 was just around the corner and some really great Super Nintendo games were just hitting the market. One reason why I really love Super Mario RPG is the fact that you get to team up with Bowser to take out a bigger evil. Alright, opening it up here, we have the infamous disgusting advert for a jar of nail clippings. The angry video game nerd made a comment about this advert and how weird it was. Here it is showing Donkey Kong Country 2 Player's Guide and Dixie Kong on a cover of Nintendo Power there. This actually happens to be a form, so you can sign up for 12 issues of Nintendo Power, or you can get 2 years, which is 24 issues, or 3 years of 36 issues. Pretty cool. So opening up the magazine, we have this very awesome site here. Super Mario RPG, take an exclusive sneak peek at Mario's amazing new 3D adventure in this month's Epic Center. In this latest quest, Mario teams up with some unlikely cohorts to undo the damage caused by the Great Smithy and restore the power to the wishes of the Mushroom Kingdom. Get a glimpse beginning on page 56. And again, that's what's really cool about this is, yeah, you do team up with Bowser. For the contents here, you can see that we have 3D Tetris being shown there, College Slam there, and the Nintendo Power 95 Awards. And then just the table of contents, which we'll just skip those. So here's the power charts. So at this time, Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy Kong's Quest was number 1 for the Super Nintendo, followed by Killer Instinct at number 2, Chrono Trigger at number 3, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island coming in at number 4, The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past at 5, and then we have Donkey Kong Country, Final Fantasy 3, Secret of Evermore, Earthworm Jim, Super Metroid, Earthbound surprisingly coming in at number 11, Doom, Final Fantasy 2, Breath of Fire 2, SimCity, Ken Griffey Jr. Presents MLB, Ogre Battle, Super Mario Kart, Mega Man 7, and finally coming in at 20 for the Super Nintendo is Secret of Mana. A lot of great games on there. Like I said, this was a great era. So here, top 10 for Game Boy, we got Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Dr. Mario at number 2, Metroid 2, Return of Samus at 3, followed by Wario Land, Super Mario Land 2, Super Mario Land 3, Tetris, then Donkey Kong Land, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, Killer Instinct, Kirby's Dream Land 2, and Mortal Kombat 3. And what's really funny here is there's actually a Virtual Boy top 5, and that's like pretty much half the library right there. Wario Land at number 1, Galactic Pinball number 2, Mario Crash at number 3, number 4 is Mario Tennis, and number 5 is Red Alarm. They're really pushing the Virtual Boy at this time because 64 wasn't out and Super Nintendo was on its last leg there. That was kind of the filler console. So something I really love about Nintendo Power is the letters. And this is a whole page of letters here. It's saying one letter here, pack watch, rah rah rah. Now I'm not telling you how to run a magazine, but this epic center is too long and too boring. A lot of my friends just bypass the section. I know you have to touch base with every gamer, but please make it shorter. If anything, you should make the pack watch section bigger. It's one thing I'll wait for every month from Nintendo. You have a great magazine, but you do have a few glitches that you need to fine-tune to rise above the mass of GamePro and EGMs. Even those magazines cost big bucks. That's from Fred from New York, New York. I don't think they responded to that letter, but sometimes they do respond to letters, which is really interesting. So, next letter here is Nonstop Rhino. I absolutely love the cards you put in several times a year, especially the Donkey Kong Country 2 cards in volume 79. My brother and I laughed when we read that Ramby's favorite movie was Speed from Scott Ferris from Bridgeport, West Virginia. They actually replied here and it says, Scott, good thing it isn't Jumanji. They were clever. A killer site on the World Wide Web. Hi. First I want to say that your Killer Instinct 2 site on the World Wide Web is really, really great. But there are still a few things that bug me. It's missing pictures of Saberwolf, Spinal, and Orchid. And why do you not show the graphics in 16 million color JPEG format instead of 256 color GIF? From Lobo via the internet. Nintendo Power responds. The developers at Rare were still working on the new look for Saberwolf, Spinal, and Orchid when we went online with the K2 website. Pictures of these missing fighters are on the website now. You can go to such and such website, click what's new. As for the graphics, GIF is standard for website. Virtually any PC with a VGA board and Mac can download a GIF graphic. Some users might have trouble, blah 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 blah. So that's really just nothing too interesting there. Finally, probably the coolest letter here, Scuba-Doo. I'm not one for writing letters, so I'll just think Nintendo Power rocks. I always take it with me on vacation. This year I went to the Bahamas. I thought it would be cool if I took a picture of Nintendo Power underwater. And this kid took a picture of Nintendo Power, which looks to be the Mega Man X issue, underwater. And on the side here you got your game counselor, hotline, power line, all that stuff. Here's just a look at College Slam. This isn't a game that's too particularly interesting to me, but that's what Nintendo Power did, is they showed up a lot of stuff. Frat Cats, team codes, so that's cool, some team codes in there. Head to head, talking about different types of games. It's basketball. Lots of stuff on there. Cool. Here we have a little look at Frantic Flea, which this was kind of a shovelware title for the Super Nintendo, if I'm not mistaken. When you get the itch for hopping action, scratch it with Game Tech's Frantic Flee. Flee for your life. So it's showing some stages here, Wacky Labs, Sticko Hills. I'm not too familiar with Frantic Flee. Boing Central, Maniac Mountains, the First Fortress, inside the Destructocon, and the end. That doesn't seem like a very long game, so this pretty much covers the whole game here. Cutthroat Island. I remember renting the movie with my mom back in the day when it was new. And I remember seeing the game for rent, but every time I wanted to rent the game, it was out. So this is just showing some stuff for Cutthroat Island. I believe it was like kind of an action beat-em-up style game. I never actually did get to rent it, so I'm not too sure. So just showing you some more stages here. Quarry Kart, Spittlefield. Yeah, so if you're really into a certain game, Nintendo Power was a huge help. Kind of just skip over that a little bit. It's just stuff about the game and the jungle. So yeah, this is a pretty in-depth section here. Looks like it's even showing some Game Boy stuff here, which is kind of cool. Alright, only the strong will survive. The arena. So let's see what this is here. Challenge 1. Oh, so this is basically setting up challenges for you, and you could take your game at home and try to complete the challenge. For instance, Mario Kart here. Due to the popular demand, the Mario Kart challenge is back. Rev up your engines and grab a red shell for new challengers, which includes a whole new section of tough tracks. This month we're looking for the fastest times on Koopa Beach on the Star Cup circuit. How fast can you drive and keep the sand out of your ears? Pick your favorite racer. Donkey Kong is our personal favorite, but watch his turns. And glue your thumb to the accelerator. Top 10 times scoot away with 4 Super Power Club stamps. So that's really cool that you could actually do these challenges. There's one here for Madden 96 as well, and Chrono Trigger. Oh, actually I'm mistaken. This is a Chrono Quiz. So it's actually asking you questions. So it's still the arena challenge, I guess, but can you answer these questions such as name the dome where you find the hungry people in AD 2300? Or what does the wallet item do? Where do you find the Zodiac Cape? Name Ayla's village. Which rock allows you to execute the Poyozo dance? Stuff like that. I've never actually played Chrono Trigger. I know, shame on me. But this is actually pretty cool here. So, here, on this section here, it's showing some results. It looks like from our previous issue. So there's Yoshi Island results. It looks like scored 100% in all levels in World 3. And all these people here did that. Killer Instinct. It is top combo scores. So they all reached those. There's Doom. Best 100% times for episode 1. And then Doom again. Best 100% times for episode 2. And Donkey Kong Land. Beat 100%. So that's really neat. And then for Battlezone, it looks like it says top speed demon scores. So this is actually really cool that they do that. Speaking of Mario Kart, here it is. Rev it up, Super Mario Kart, Life in the Fast Lane. So here it's showing you some gameplay. That looks like a really early picture of Mario Kart. Or it's just terrible quality. Shows the characters here. So see, if you never played Mario Kart and you had this Nintendo Power, you knew what you were getting in. Mario, Princess, Bowser, Koopa, Luigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong Jr., and Toad. Yeah, this is cool. Really, really cool. What a time to be alive for this magazine. Oh, showing you what feathers do here. Homing shells, which are the red shells. Take a dive in the water. different power-ups, invincibility. Even showing the 4 battle stages here, which is cool. This is really, really showing Mario Kart. Looks like there's some X-Band grand prizes here. If you win the X-Band Extravaganza, player or first place gets 2 X-Band modems and a year's worth of X-Band service. And X-Band, that was something I haven't heard about in a long time. Second prize, you win 2 superpower stamps, good towards the purchase of superpower supplies. So all sorts of contests and stuff to win in Nintendo Power, which is really cool. Here we go, covering some more Super Mario Kart, like the banana peel strategy, ramming, Grand Prix versus match, cut and jump. So shortcuts, that's cool. And here, there's a little bit of codes here. It says in Grand Prix mode, finish 3 consecutive races in the same position to earn extra continue. So little tips and trips here for the game. Tips and tricks. DigiPen. So this is just some more stuff they threw in here. I don't know much about DigiPen, so I guess I should take the time to read this sometime. Oh, showing a prototype here. So it looks to be some kind of game. An early look at a game, I guess. I really haven't heard of DigiPen, though. And here's some Virtual Boy pushing 3D Tetris, which this is actually, I think, the 3rd most expensive Virtual Boy game now. They really, really wanted you to buy this thing. It shows the 3D pretty cool, I guess. Just taking an in-depth look at the Virtual Boy. It's Tetris. I have it. It's literally just Tetris in a 3D cube. Ken Griffey Jr. online. Get on that website. Yeah, internet was fairly new at this time for the average person. Look at that. Yoshi's Island, Most Wanted. Wow. So this is basically showing some boss fights, it looks like. Yeah, because there's Sluggy the Unshaven, Raphael the Raven, Tap Tap the Red Nose, and Bowser. So this is, looks like it's showing off some strategies to take out the bosses. Oh, here is the poster. I still have the poster for this, which is cool. This is War of the Gems, which was the included poster in this issue. And I see, so you were supposed to rip this out and see it all in order, but there's the other bosses here, like Bigger Boo. And then, yeah, there's the bosses. So it's basically just showing the entire boss line there. So, Epic Center News. It's going to talk about Super Mario RPG, Tales of Fantasia, and some strategies. Here it's showing Zelda and SimCity Return. Enix fans speak out. I believe at this time Enix was separate from Square. Because now they're Square Enix, but they used to be Square Soft back there, and Enix was its own company. And now the best part of this magazine. A preview look at Super Mario RPG. Not your father's RPG. Basically saying this is going to be fun for the kids, because it really is a different RPG. It's not your classic RPG. It's still turn-based, but it's just got such a original feel to it. It's really just such a great game. Here you see Mario, Bowser, Mallow, and Geno. There's the beginning Bowser fight, and yeah. Really, if you've never played Mario RPG, you owe it to yourself. It really is an amazing game. So showing off Mario World, showing off some fights and battles here, some of the enemies, which this is much later in the game. Cool. Yeah, I used to love just sitting here and reading about new games I was excited for. I remember reading about this game and just being so confused. Like it's not jumping and platforming, right? It was just such a weird thing. Mallow, he gets like a lot of hate. People prefer Gino over Mallow, but I actually like using Mallow. So it's just showing a little bit about Mallow here and his backstory. Peach. Oh, yeah. There's a couple of the bosses here. There's the infamous Gino. Hashtag Gino for Smash. A little bit of backstory for Gino. Some tips here telling about your freebies you get where you can earn extra lives and stuff. And then this is, I remember seeing Bowser here. And you can bet the King of Koopas doesn't appreciate being thrown out of his castle. And yeah, just seeing these shots here where Mario and Bowser were on the same team. It's like, what kind of game is this? Bowser's with Mario? Yeah, there's Boshi. Yeah, cool. It says even Boshi there. So different levels here. This is a pretty good preview, in-depth look. And then it shows a bit of Tales of Fantasia. It's not something I have a lot of experience with. Man, I better speed it up. 20 minutes in already. So here's the strategy section showing just some tips and tricks for a few games. Here's PTO 2, which this was really helpful back in the day. I loved getting the issues and reading the new tips and tricks and secrets. And speaking of classified information, this is what I really look forward to, because it really just tells you stuff that you couldn't find out anywhere else. It was either from the schoolyard or in the magazine. So here, like for Doom Troopers, you got a whole bunch of codes for stage select or character portraits. Some of them are really helpful, like codes like this, and some are just literally tips, like creative use of poultry in Link's Awakening. So, yeah. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're useless, but it's really cool. Oh yeah, like Mortal Kombat 3 here. Your stealth select, smoke fatality, smoke pit fatality, another fatality. Oh yeah, showing a bunch of these fatalities, which this was really useful back in the day. Motaro Fireball. Yeah, this is cool. And then showing NHL 96, which is a decent hockey game. The Smurfs, I believe this was on Game Boy. Looks to be. Game Boy Color, maybe? I don't even think Game Boy Color was out at the time. But you can play this on Super Game Boy. I think that's where the color's coming from. Counselor Corner. This is cool because this is where counselors would answer certain readers' questions, such as how do I control the balloon in Red Hot Ride, which this baffles me because I figured that out immediately as I was a kid how to do it. I love Donkey Kong Country 2. How do I open the crocodile core? This one was a little less understanding. Breath of Fire 2, where's the real thief? How do I cure the queen? How do I awaken Grandpa? So yeah, and then they go in depth here of how to do these things. Here's Yoshi's Island 2. Can I return to a previous world? How do I reach the ring in World 2-7? How do I get past the fuzzies? This one I remember, where you would get like all dizzy and stuff. It was pretty weird. And then here's some questions on Link's Awakening. And here is some Q&A fast facts. Donkey Kong Land. What are the hearts at the bottom of the screen for? Each heart is 1 life credit. Right? And Dragon View. How do I use magic? You need the Ice Fire and Lightning Ring. Select and then press A. So, yeah, cool. Moving on here. Did I skip a page? Oops, I did. So this is now playing. These are games that are currently out. And they basically are there just to build some hype. So it shows Cutthroat Island here for the Game Boy and Super NES. NHL 96 for Game Boy. NHL 90, or sorry, the Smurfs for Game Boy. And 3D Tetris, which those are the ones that were featured in this issue. And now we have Virtual Boy recap, showing some more Virtual Boy games here. It's a little sticky. And then more Virtual Boy games: Mario Tennis, Nestor's Funky Bowling, Panic Bomber, Tello Boxer, Red Alarm, 3D Tetris, Vertical Force, which that's not the name of it now. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but that's not the game. Baseball, that did come out. Waterworld and Virtual Boy Wario Land. So not all the games have been released at this time. So here's just a special thing in this issue, the Nintendo Power 1995 Awards. These I always liked reading. They were in issues here and there. So the awards for Best Sound, number 1 would go to Donkey Kong Country 2. I 100% agree. It has a great soundtrack. Chrono Trigger came in at number 2. Killer Instinct was number 3. Best Graphics, Toy Story. Yeah, Toy Story actually looks great on the Super Nintendo. Followed by Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and then Donkey Kong Country 3. Or sorry, Donkey Kong Country 2. Coming in at 3. Batman Forever's on that list. The graphics are pretty good. Best Story goes to Scooby-Doo? Hold up. Are you guys reading this? In Nintendo Power 1995 Awards, they think the best story goes to Scooby-Doo. It beat out Syndicate, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, and those all beat out Chrono Trigger and Earthbound? Come on. That I disagree with. That's wild. Scooby-Doo has a better story than Chrono Trigger and Earthbound? I think I need to play Scooby-Doo. I did not know that. Best Challenge, which means what's the hardest? Number 1 was Donkey Kong Country 2, followed by Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and then Killer Instinct. Best Play Control, NHL 96, Mega Man X2, and Yoshi's Island. Cool. Some more awards here. Best Epic Game. Oh, there we go. Chrono Trigger number 1, Ogre Battle number 2, Earthbound coming in at 3. Best Tournament Fighter, Mortal Kombat 3 is number 1, Killer Instinct number 2, and Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, is number 3. Best Sports Game, NHL 96, followed by Tecmo Super Bowl, and then International Super Soccer Deluxe. Okay. Best Puzzle Game, Bust-A-Move, followed by Kirby's Avalanche, then Zoop. Best Multiplayer Game, Tecmo Super Bowl 3, Killer Instinct, and then Dirt Tracks FX. Best Game based on a movie, Judge Dredd, True Lies, and then Addams Family. I disagree. Toy Story sitting at 5. I actually think that should be 1. Most innovative game, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I agree with that. It was really different and unique at the time. Earthbound, I agree with. And Ogre Battle, I haven't played a lot of, but Best Owie Award. So, Owie Award is, it's all just make-believe, but you know it's gotta hurt. With the rating system in place, more action games are being aimed at for mature play. Tell us what's the best and worst for the lot. So, best mature kind of games, I guess, is what it's getting at. It'd be Doom at number 1, Mortal Kombat 3 for number 2, and Primal Rage for number 3. This is really cool. Funniest game, Secret of Evermore, followed by Earthworm Jim, and Boogerman sliding at number 3. Earthbound did make 4. I think it's a pretty clever, cute game. Funny, but I guess the best you could choose number 4. Best Goodie / Sidekick. Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, I like that. Rush from Mega Man 7. And then Snot from Earthworm Jim 2. Best Hero. Diddy Kong, followed by Dixie Kong, then Yoshi, Earthworm Jim, then Boogerman. Yeah, Dixie and Diddy, they're up there for me. Worst Villain, as in the baddest of villain, or they just suck? K Rule number 1. I am okay with that. Major Mucus, followed by Idol, and then Shao Kahn and Pokey. Pokey from Earthbound, okay. Worst Baddie. Mock-Up from Yoshi's Island, Juggler from Chrono Trigger, and Grim Leecher from Yoshi's Island. Coolest weapon / item, Holy Frying Pan from Earthbound. Nice. Can of Beans from Boogerman. Bubblegum from Earthworm Jim 2. Coolest transportation. Number 1 is Yoshi from Yoshi's Island, Epoch the Time Machine from Chrono Trigger, and the Batmobile from The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Nice. The UFO from Earthbound. Okay. Tessie from Earthbound. Nice. Coolest move. Dixie's helicopter spin from Donkey Kong Country 2. I agree with that. The Flame Fort from Boogerman, and then Squidder's platform web from Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, the web is pretty sweet on that. Best ending, Chrono Trigger. I heard the ending is pretty epic. All like 7 of them, I believe. Then Donkey Kong Country 2, and then Killer Instinct. Coolest code or trick? Cooler Stuff code from Mortal Kombat 3. Mortal Kombat did have a lot of great combo or codes. And then Street Fighter Mega Man from Mega Man 7. That's pretty cool. And then Hidden Players from NBA Jam. Alright. Best Game Boy game. Defender / Joust. And then NBA Jam, then Donkey Kong Land. Alright. Best Virtual Boy game. Wario Land. Then Golf, then Tower Roll Boxer. And honestly, Wario Land is still the best Virtual Boy game. Even to today. Most annoying feature. Crybaby Mario from Yoshi's Island. That is annoying. I can 100% agree to that. Hold on. Batman Forever, the loading screen. That's pretty annoying. That's actually funny they put the loading screen on there. Where's the background? Waterboy. Waterworld for the Virtual Boy. Jeez, well, not Waterboy, Adam Sandler. Yeah, it's pretty awful in Waterworld, that's for sure. Ness's Phone Home from Earthbound was number 5. Interesting. Best Super Nintendo game of 1995, Donkey Kong Country 2. Couldn't agree more. That's an amazing game. It's also one of my favorite games of all time. Followed by Super Mario World 2, then NHL 96. Okay. Mortal Kombat 3, Chrono Trigger, and Killer Instinct. They think NHL 96 is better than Chrono Trigger. Let that sink in. Interesting. So, and then there's just some contest stuff here where you could win 25 games and 25 Super Power Stamps. Second prize is win a Super Nintendo game and 10 Power Stamps. Third prize winner win a Nintendo Power t-shirt and 5 Power Stamps. I'd almost rather have the shirt now. Alright, Pack Watch. This is upcoming games, basically. I believe is what it is. Yeah, inside source for future games. So, yeah, Pack Watch was something to always look forward to. So here it's showing that Punisher's coming up. Sorry, Publisher is Titus. Oh, sorry, I misread that. It's a little late today. Power Pigs is coming up. And Disney's Pocahontas. Kirby's Block Ball. Okay, so, does this exist? Because I'm trying to think here, and I don't think it does. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't remember hearing game Kirby's Block Ball. That's what's cool about Pack Watch is they do previews of some games, and then they end up not happening, actually. Yeah. Alright. Super NES Classics. Just going over a few more random facts here. So, release forecast. This is what I like too. Frantic Fleas due for spring 96, you see. Mohawk and headphone jack. That's awesome. I recently picked that up actually. Spring 96. Stuff like Mario Kart, spring 96. So Mario Kart actually wasn't out yet. That's why they were so in depth with it. Okay. And Mario RPG, spring of 96. Virtual Boy. Now here is a good example. Bound High, Undecided. Bound High never actually came out on the Virtual Boy. 3D Tetris, Winter 96. Virtual Fishing, Winter 96. I want to say Virtual Fishing actually didn't come out here, but only in Japan. And then Game Boy, showing Kirby Block Ball, Spring 96. Did that come out? That's really bugging me. I gotta look into that. Kirby Block Ball. Huh. So yeah, that's really cool, the upcoming games here. Here's a Pack Watch exclusive interview. So this looks to be a bit of a sneak peek at N64. So Nintendo of America announces 64-bit name and releases changes. So I think this is at the time when it went from the Ultra 64 to the actual Nintendo 64, because it's being referred to as the Nintendo 64 here. And this is an early look at the console. So that's cool. And then we're getting to the end here. It's a preview of the next issue. They're going to show some Star Wars Shadows of the Empire for N64. So this is like super hype, I remember. Anything N64, seeing these graphics, it's like, wow. There's Kirby's Block Ball again. What is going on here? That must be a game. I'm going to look that up, actually. But again, yeah, let me know, because I don't remember hearing about that. Kirby has had a lot of canceled games or under-the-radar games, though. So here's your chance to order some backlog issues of Nintendo Power, it looks like, which is cool. Wish I could do that now. Also, you can get strategy guides and stuff here, so that's cool. And now we're at the end. Make sure your collection is complete. Order these strategy guides, and yeah, that's a good one. Chrono Trigger, that'd be cool to have one day. You can order, oh, yeah, call and order, yeah, with your Visa or MasterCard. And that's it. Got this cool advert at the end. One Super Nintendo game leads to another, and another, and another, and another, and another, which is true. Super Nintendo has a whack load of great games. Alright, that was over half an hour. That was that's a great issue. I love that issue. It's got lots of cool stuff in there. I just, again, love going through these old magazines. So, please, this is my first one. Give me some feedback. Do you want me to do some more? Like, we can go through. I have the entire Nintendo Power set, plus, you know, probably dozens of other magazines. You know, if this is something that you guys are interested in, by all means, like, yeah, let me know. Give me some feedback. I'm just kind of winging it and trying this out. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. And I know I rushed through some of it. You know, would you guys prefer I go quicker and skip over a few more things, or would you like me to take my time and go and cover absolutely everything? Again, just, yeah, give me some feedback, guys. I really appreciate it. Alright, yeah, so thanks for hanging out and going through Nintendo Power issue number 82 with me. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's video. Be sure to follow me on social media. More information in the description below. Be sure to check out my other videos. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. I am the Console Collector. I want to thank everybody for watching. And until the next video, happy gaming.